We are in the middle of the holiday season. Christmas is past, and I'm sure all of you have, opened your gifts and you've seen what Black Santa has given to you. Some of you have the new PlayStation. Some of you have a lump of coal for being such a jackass during the year. Some of you even have the new pair of Uggs that you wanted. But there is one person in particular that didn't get any of that this Christmas, but instead they got the ass whooping of their life on Christmas Eve. And not only did they get their ass whooped on Christmas Eve, it was recorded for the entire world to see and enjoy. And not only do we have footage of this ass whooping, but we have a play-by-play breakdown as well as analysis of the entire thing from start to finish from the woman that won the fight. Now, before I dive into this, because I'm just gonna let you know it's gonna be a long video. So if you finish this whole thing, you a real one, and I'll fuck with you. But we just got a lot to get into. This TikToker by the name of Asia, I believe his name, Red, made a TikTok about an incident that occurred at her apartment on Christmas Eve where she got approached by another woman because Asia was knocking on her ceiling because they were apparently making a little bit too much noise in the apartment upstairs. So she did a couple of courtesy taps to her upstairs neighbors to let them know, hey, can you keep it down? You're getting a little rowdy up there. She has a son, so the son was sleeping and she didn't want the noise upstairs to wake him. Now, apparently the woman upstairs didn't appreciate the knocking coming from Asia, so she went downstairs to confront her about it. And that, my friends, is where she fucked up. Please listen to this.
So yesterday was Christmas Eve, y'all. Today, as I can see, my nails and stuff still bloody. I tried to wipe, it's still bleeding. My hand is bruised so bad, and my wig is snatched. So yesterday was Christmas Eve, and I took time off work, so I had a hair appointment to go to. Went to my hair appointment, dropped 200 on my install, y'all, like I always do. Okay, went to my hair appointment. I had a wax appointment right after. I had most of all my appointments except for my nails, because my nails was already done, as y'all can see in the last video, right? I didn't have on my wig for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm back at home. I'm trying to wrap my baby stuff. He's asleep. So my baby was asleep, and he was sleeping in the living room, which I was glad, because I was in the back doing last minute shit, wrapping gifts, doing last minute stuff for Christmas. And my neighbor always told me, she said, if we ever get too loud, just give us a little courtesy tap, and then that'll let us know we're too loud. We'll try to quiet down, because she has a toddler or something like that. I'm like, okay, not a problem. Like, I always do that, and they always quiet down. They be like, okay, cool, we got you. So I grabbed the broom, like I always do, y'all. Tapped on the ceiling 3 times. It was just like, like, hey, down here working. My son's asleep. Do y'all mind? Little did I know, she was not my neighbor no more. So the neighbor that I was doing a courtesy tap for was actually not my neighbor. I just found out yesterday, because of this incident, that she moved. So I get a bang at my door. I'm in the back, y'all. I'm in the back, and I hear a bang, like a police knock. So I check my Ring camera, like, who the fuck? It did not cross my mind that, because the taps were so friendly, like, it just didn't cross my mind that it would be somebody coming to my house. So I seen on the Ring camera just waiting on me. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? But the way she knocked this sounded like she had beef.
So Asia here is telling the story of why she tapped on the ceiling with the broom and explaining that she and her previous upstairs neighbors had an agreement that if, they ever got a little too loud, that they would give courtesy taps to, quiet down. And that's exactly what she did. Now, that right there is a very common thing, especially if you Black and you grew up in apartments with other Black people. Okay? Very, very common thing. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody upstairs making noise, just grab the broom, tap the ceiling a couple times. You don't need to go crazy with it, right? You're not trying to poke holes in the ceiling, but, just let them know, hey, can you keep it down? So that's what this woman did. But little did she know that her previous neighbor that she had this agreement with moved out. She didn't know that. It's an apartment complex. People move in and out all the time. So she didn't know that, and this new neighbor of hers comes walking down to her door, starts banging on the door like she's the police, and decided to confront her about the tapping on the ceiling. Keep watching.
First thing I did, which I got it from the top to the bottom, I walked into the kitchen. When I walked to the kitchen, I set my phone on record and set my phone down, because I didn't know how this interaction was about to go. Mind you, I got a Ring camera, right? So I answered the door, and I'm like, yeah. She was like, hey, was that you tapping on the ceiling? And I'm like, never seen this lady before, but you know, I was like, yeah, y'all was a little loud. So she was like, okay, you don't have to tap on the ceiling. I'm like, okay, I was just letting you know y'all was loud. She said, okay, and we got a fucking dog. I mean, popping it. Bitch was popping it. So she was like, I said, ma'am, leave from in front of my door, please. She was like, and I'll fucking leave when I want to. When I'm good and goddamn ready, bitch. Move me. Y'all, popping it. Popping it. So I asked her about 15 times. I just listened to the video. I counted. She was on. And I guess because I was so calm and so like... She was like, oh, yeah, bitch. Mind y'all, the lady across from me has a Ring camera. So I hit her up like, hey, can I get the footage? Because I'm going to post that too. So I said, I'm going to ask you one more time. Please get away from my door. She was like, bitch, and what? Move me. I said, ma'am, bye. She was like, bye? I mean, kept popping it. She said, yeah, you going to have to move me something. I'm going to have to do what? Pop that bitch. Beat her motherfucking ass.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the story starts to get good. Because from this point forward, that is where all hell breaks loose in this story. I'm gonna let her continue to talk about this because she does such an excellent job of it. And I don't want to keep, stopping her flow. And then I have to show you this whole altercation because it is captivating, but honestly, amazing at the same time.
And so she started screaming like, Jay, come get me. Da, da. So I didn't know who she with. I don't know if she called another female. I don't know if she calling a dude. I don't know. So it seems like she was trying to drag me out of my house. She yanked my wig. That's the only thing. She hit me one time right here and yanked my wig. Didn't hit me in my face not one time. And that was really the only hit she got is when she hit me and took my wig off. So she trying to drag me out. I'm barefooted. She has on shoes. So I'm getting like, she's kind of dragging me, but I'm still hitting her. I said, oh no, bitch, you want to play. So I drug her in the house, locked my motherfucking door because I didn't know who was coming behind her. I don't know who that is. Locked my door and I tore that bitch to the floor. Do you hear me? Tore her motherfucking ass to the floor. Mind you, my phone is still recording. Remember, because y'all, I set it on the counter for it to record. I stopped the recording, called my mama while I still got her in my hand. I'm kicking the bitch, hitting her. I'm like, Mom, pull up. This bitch, da, da, da. My son right here. That's why I'm tripping, because my son is in the living room. He was asleep, but he wake up to his mama fighting.
That is some John Wick shit. Not only did Asia tell this woman that showed up at her door with all this energy to get the hell on and get away from her, but when it was evident that this chick wanted all the smoke, Asia here said, oh, you want the smoke? Well, I'm a whole fucking nicotine company. And grabbed this chick like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and said, get over here, and drug her into her house, then proceeded to lock the door and then whoop this chick's ass. Not only that, but she was recording this whole interaction because she said she had her phone recording in another room because she didn't know where this interaction was going to go, which was super smart of her to do. And while she is whooping this girl's ass, she then calls her mom and tells her to pull up on her while she got this other chick's weave in her hand. Craziness.
I'm going at it. Get off the phone, my mama. I got 2 separate clips. I get off the phone, my mama. I start back recording. This is how much time I had on my hands. So the bitch wasn't about nothing. Like, how do you come to somebody's house popping in? Bitch, you get your ass beat. Okay, so start back recording. I'm on her ass. So I'm registered. Feel what I'm saying? Like, I have a firearm on my house, which is what I told the police. But I'm like, you can't come to nobody's house. What? Bitch, I asked you to leave. I don't know how many times. That shit could have got so nasty yesterday, but I did not take it there. I almost did, but I didn't take it there. So I'm still beating her ass, y'all. I'm beating her ass. You could hear her screaming, please, ma'am, let me go, please. Nah, bitch, you want us to come in here so bad. So yeah, you want us to be so motherfucking tough. So bitch, I'm gonna put you in a motherfucking field, bitch. Get in the paint. Like, what are you talking about? So we going at it, y'all. I'm giving this bitch the business. I don't know what she thought, but that bitch got slid through this motherfucking dishwasher in my kitchen. So I made the bitch walk out the back. Because at this point, remember, she's still screaming for somebody. So whoever it is, nigga banging on the door like, what's going on? I said, get the fuck from my door. She like, no, Jay, don't sit there. She gotta go. She beat me up. I'm like, you see my son right there? Bitch, I should motherfucking. But I ain't gonna do that to you. Feel me? Like, but if this was somebody else, it's 2024. You can't go in somebody's house or go to somebody's house popping it like that. Like, girl, you could have got sit down in the body bag. Like, but I'm gonna show you why you don't go to nobody's motherfucking house. And I'm sure it's gonna cross her TL, bitch. Yes, I'm the one.
Oh yeah, you don't gotta worry about this video hitting her timeline because it hit everyone's timeline because this video has millions of views. So it's a very high chance that not only did this chick see this, but I'm sure her family saw it. I'm sure her coworkers saw it, all that. She is 100% right. This whole interaction reminds me of the scene in the movie Bronx Tale where Sonny and Calogero were in the bar in the biker scene where the bikers go into the bar and, they start causing all this trouble, breaking stuff, throwing things, and they were just, being assholes. And Sonny walks in, closes the door after the bikers were told to leave. He locks it and says to them, "Now you can't leave," and starts it just starts going to town on them, right? Just break. All the boys came out with the bats and just start going crazy. This is that whole thing is this situation to a T. This TikToker told this woman to leave the apartment. She kept running off at the mouth and didn't leave. She said, okay. She grabbed her ass, pulled her into the apartment with her, locked it, and gave her the business. I mean, that is some Bronx Tale shit.
You don't do that to people, so especially with people with kids. She was bold as fuck. I give her that because how you know I ain't had no cousins at the crib? How you know my man went at the crib? Because if he was at the crib, it could have went different too. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit could have just got so nasty for no reason. Had she just been like, okay, my bad, I would have been like, oh, my bad. I ain't know y'all had a dog, and I see that I'm thinking you're my old neighbor. She started popping it. Made the bitch walk out the back door because you're not walking out the front because I don't know who that nigga is at the front. Y'all might try to barge in my son right here, so I made that bitch walk out the back and jump over the rail, the balcony type shit. I gave her the business. Like, girl, I know you want popping it like that, and you can't even. Okay, so police come. Everything I told them, I said I have a weapon here. It's registered to my name. You can run it. They didn't do none of that. They saw the ring camera. It was like, wow. Do you want to press charges? They like, because we finna charge her with breaking and entering and assault. I'm like, yo, I don't know that lady. Like, she would not leave me alone. So then I call my mama right there. I call my mama. She pull up. My sister pull up. My daddy pull up. My fiance pull up. Everybody pulling up. Like, everybody. So at this point, y'all, I'm still pissed. Like, because who is this lady? She tells the police, I dragged her in and I beat her up and I tried to, you know what I'm saying? They like, ma'am, it doesn't matter what she did to you once she got you in the house. If she dragged you in the night, you was at her home and she asked you to leave. So I got all the recordings. Why the fuck? Come to find out, this bitch did not live there. She was with the nigga that just moved in a couple days ago. That's how. And he was like, okay, so that's why you thought it was your old neighbor. He just moved in, and I didn't know that. But you don't even live here. You not even his bitch. You just some bitch that's just coming down here trying to be cute in front of this nigga, and you got your ass beat.
I mean, that was probably the wildest part to me, other than the fight, because how on earth are you causing all this trouble at an apartment complex that you don't even live in? This chick didn't even live there. Her boyfriend did. And he didn't even know that she went down to talk to Asia. So listen, she as well as her neighbor have video footage of this whole altercation at the door before this chick gets dragged in the house. And I'm going to show it to you right now.
Yo, you hitting on the ceiling?
Yeah,
okay, no, you don't gotta do that though. I'm not here to. Mad, you're mad as fuck. Don't hit on the ceiling.
Get the fuck away from my door.
Bitch, move me.
Bye.
Bye. You can go in your home. Ain't nobody doing nothing to you.
I'm gonna ask you to get away from my door.
And what are you gonna do?
Man, get away from my door.
Because
you will get public property.
What? I'm gonna do what? You gonna tell me what?
Now, that is the entire video from this whole thing. This is from Asia's camera as well as her neighbor's doorbell camera. Now, what happens in this house is just as crazy, if not more crazy. Please listen to this, y'all.
But you're hitting on people
Because y'all are loud.
It's a dog up there.
That's not my problem.
Okay, well then do the right thing. Don't hit on the ceiling.
Don't hit on the ceiling. Get away from
Don't
my
hit
door.
on the ceiling.
So what you gonna do?
Don't hit on the ceiling.
I'm asking you to get away
You
from
don't
my
have to
door.
hit on the ceiling, and I'll fucking move. But I'm asking
You
you to
fucking
not
need
hit on the
to.
ceiling.
So what? Because you come down to my house.
I don't give a fuck.
So what you want
I
to
don't
do?
give not a fuck.
So what you
Not
want
one
to do?
fuck. All I did was come down here
What do you want
and
to
ask
do?
you not to hit on the ceiling.
I'm
It's a dog up
asking
there.
you.
You did not have to ask. You're mad. You're mad
Bye.
Bye. You can go in your home. Ain't nobody doing nothing to you.
I'm gonna ask you to get away from my door.
What are you gonna do?
Ma'am, get away from my door.
Like,
Because you will
this
get
is
fucked
public
with.
property. What? I'm gonna do what? You heard me gonna buy what?
Bye.
What?
Bye.
What?
Please do.
What?
Please do.
No, you
I'm
said
asking
what?
you to.
You said what? You said what?
Get away from my door.
I'll do it when I'm ready. I'm good, ready to do it.
You know what?
When I'm good and ready.
Shay! Get the fuck away from my door.
You let me go. Bitch. Let me go. Let me go.
No, bitch, oh, you got the right.
Let me go.
What, bitch? You got the right.
Ma'am.
What, bitch? Now what? Bitch, all right, motherfucking. What? Wrong motherfucking door, bitch. Wrong. You bitch.
Can you let me go? I did
Wrong.
not touch you first, ma'am.
Nah.
Let me go, ma'am.
Oh my God! Bitch, I my motherfucking son!
I didn't do nothing to you.
My motherfucking son!
I did.
This is probably the greatest fight that I've never seen. Okay, the greatest fight that was never told. Okay, this fight should have been on Netflix instead of that god awful Jake Paul and Mike Tyson foolishness that they made us all watch. I would have much rather paid for this instead. The audio of this fight alone is pure gold. Not only did you come down to this woman's house with all this energy, like you was Billy Badass, but you ended up getting your ass whooped, lip busted up, and she went from doing all that tough talking to ended up calling her ma'am. She called her ma'am. That is diabolical work. You don't try to come at somebody you don't know, try and be all hard, then get your ass kicked, then all of a sudden remember you have manners and that there's a way to talk to people. She fucked around and she found out. Simple as that. This whole beatdown sounded like a scene from Tom and Jerry. Then this chick said, I didn't do nothing to you. Well, ma'am, you should have left. It's very simple. After this whole ass whooping, I wonder how she explained this when she went back upstairs to her boyfriend. Like, the fact that you can hear the rumbling when the door closed is too funny. And the crazy part of it is you can tell the moment that reality and fear started to set in because her baby was right there in the house. Like, I felt it in her voice. You know, like you could tell her voice was shaking and cracking and all that. Like it even sounded like she was going to cry. She even said she's licensed to carry. She has a weapon in her home and she could have used it if she wanted to, and she would have been justified in doing so. Now, she does have some more updates to this whole fiasco. I'll show you some of them right now.
And I'm not even going to pay attention to the comments. They're talking about I should have did this, or I was wrong for doing this. But you don't tell me what the fuck I'm wrong for doing in my house. I was on the other side of my apartment wrapping gifts for my son, like, for Christmas. And he's over here, like, on his, in the living room by himself, just chilling, trying to take a nap. And you hear a bang at your door and your kid is in there. I don't know what's going on. That's why I recorded, because I didn't know how this interaction was going to go. And I did want it to be done. So it's like, and I'm not that type of parent. Never been. My baby has never even really seen me argue with nobody. Like, I just don't act like that in front of him. Like, even me and my man have a discussion. If it gets too serious, Fat, go to your room real quick. Let me talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play that shit. So that was real hard for me. I'm not going to lie. It was hard for me for my baby to watch me do that in front of him. That's what had me crying at the end of the clip. That's what had me emotional, because I'm like, I don't do this, not in front of my kid. Yeah, there's that on that. And like I said, I did what needed to be done because she was screaming for somebody. So that's why I drug her in. She was trying to drag me out my apartment, which was not about to happen. I drug her in instead, and I locked the door, and we went up. And I'm so glad I locked the door, because guess what? He tried to get in. And ain't no telling what could have happened if he would have came into my apartment. Feel me? He could have either jumped in and, jumped in on her side. He could have broke us up and she could have got the best of me. He could have got the busted in my shit. My son was in here. I won't finna let nobody walk through my motherfucking apartment. So I did what needed to be done. I did what a mom should have done, period.
And I second that. Listen, I don't encourage violence, right? I don't ever want to encourage that. But if you tell somebody almost 20 times to leave and get away from your property and they refuse to do so, then at that point, all bets are off. Like, especially when you have a young child in the crib with you, that's when it becomes very primal at that point. She was right to lock her in that house and go to town on her. You have her in your domain now. So now you have control of the environment. You prevent outside variables from coming into your space because, like she said, she didn't know who this chick was with, and you can control what happens from this point. You have the upper hand, is my point. Now, she does go on to say that she's, not that kind of aggressive person. She does have a gun, and she says she really didn't want to use it. And honestly, I know many gun owners that have that same mentality. They got about 50 guns at the house, but most responsible people really don't want to use them. They will if they have to, but they really don't want to.
But it wasn't like, I'm about to kill me. It wasn't that. I was not finna do that to her. It was not that deep for me to do that, but it's the bitch out here in this world that would've. I just thought about my family, like, yo, and the way she begging and pleading at that point, it's like I became the aggressor because, yeah, I wouldn't let her, so I wasn't about to shoot that girl. Like, I wasn't gonna do that. That was never my intentions. But if he would have ran into my house and tried something with me, it could have got nasty. But yeah, Christmas Eve, Christmas would have been ruined for everybody. Feel me? I'm just glad, like I said, I was pissed about my hair, my nails, everything. But at the end of the day, we both walked out with our life. We both walked out, feel me? She talking about, she gonna whatever, do what she do. Literally, if I had known that my old neighbor was not up there, I would have never gave the courtesy tap because I don't play that. Y'all making noises upstairs. It just is what it is. Sometimes you have to deal with it. But when you have a neighbor who is, feel me, they got to understand and they like, I know we can get loud. Just give us a few courtesy taps. That's what I thought this was. Never knew they moved in there. Well, she don't even live there. But yeah, so, and the police was like, it just is what it is. We got the Ring camera footage. She wouldn't leave. She squared up with you. You beat her up. You drug her in and you made her walk through your apartment to the balcony. It is what it is. Nothing she can do. Like, mind y'all, she up there begging and pleading way before I even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being her now. She like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How you go from, bitch, move me. I ain't going no fucking where. You gonna have to, I leave when I'm ready. Say, yes, ma'am. Please don't hurt me. Please. I hadn't even did nothing. I was just fighting her at that point. Like, girl, you did all of that to get your ass whooped.
That is just, again, insane to me. How you go from fuck you to I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Like, that's wild. Like, I really can't get over that. But the police did come through and they got access to both her camera footage and her neighbor's camera footage. And they said that she was right to do what she did. And not only did they side with this TikToker, but they also are charging the woman with breaking and entering and assault. I mean, this chick is just collecting L's all across the board. Now, she does go on to tell a little bit more about the situation. So here it is.
It's because, y'all, she was bucking up at me. I know y'all couldn't see it, but she was bucking up like she was about to, like, she looked like, bitch, I smack the fuck out you type shit. That's why I was like, please do. I'm asking you to. Because I'm going to wear you out. Please do. That's why y'all heard me saying that. Like, and body language is everything. She could have asked me a question like, hey, are you doing this? But you get what I'm saying? So then I was like, yeah, y'all are being loud. But I'm over it, honey. And when I said I knew it was gonna go viral, I really didn't mean like this. I just thought, like, just some small TikTok shit. I really didn't think people would be reaching out to me, asking me to do podcasts and talk about it and tell them what happens. And y'all, I posted the fight already, but TikTok took it down. I posted it, but they took it down. But I want to tell y'all, you can't see me when I first hit her. You can't see me dragging her in. It's like 17 seconds. If y'all want me to post it on Instagram or something, I really didn't. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't want to put her out in that way. Like, I didn't want to do that. But, bitch, when I said I wanted to do content creation, I was talking about, like, what I eat in a day, get ready with me, go on a walk with me to, damn, I ain't mean like this. I'm fun as fuck. That's just it. And y'all are messy. Somebody told me I need healing. But then for the ones that are agreeing with me, I fuck with y'all. Because them other folks who mad at it, I don't know what's up with y'all. But the ones who agree, I fuck with y'all. Because y'all like, bitch, we riding. What we doing? Fuck these people. I'm with you. I fuck with y'all. But I am nice as fuck. I promise y'all I'm so sweet. Like, very loyal, that banging kind of sent my baby in there. I was a little shook by that because who banging on my door like that?
So that's pretty much the whole story here. I mean, I know this video is hella long, but there was so much to get into. And get this, I even cut stuff out. Like, There's so much more I didn't even put in this video. But listening to this story, I can tell that she's actually a sweet person. Like, she's actually a good-hearted person. I know just, some people might go off of first appearances and, people judge book by covers and, they may look at her, they may hear how she's talking or, tattoos, whatever, you know what I mean? And think that, she's just one of them type of, she always do shit like that. No, I could just tell, I don't even know this person. And I could tell that she's not that, you know what I mean? That I could tell she's really a good spirited person. Sometimes people just maybe, I don't know, they appear a certain way and they're not that, So I could tell that this was maybe a little traumatizing for her, and I can't blame her for it. Like, that would be traumatizing for anybody, right? Some random ass person coming to your crib trying to pop all this shit in your face, and you got your kid there. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you are in survival mode at this point. You know what I mean? You done told this person 50 million times to get away from you, get away from your property, get away from your house, and they just refuse to leave. So, at that point, anything can happen. It's a whole lot of stuff happening at once. And to top it all off, she got a young child. So it was a lot to deal with, I'm sure. And it all went down during what is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, But that's pretty much where the story ends. I really want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all of this. I know y'all gonna have a lot of shit to say. If you made it this far in the video, like I said, I'll fuck with you heavy. Don't forget to smack a like on the video, and also don't forget to subscribe for the one time. Peace. Damn, that was crazy.